Hey everyone, welcome back to Feel English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. It's so good to have you here again.
Today we're talking about something deep and timeless, true love. Do you still believe in it?
That's a big question, Anna. I think everyone has asked themselves that at some point.
Yeah. True love sounds so magical, like something from movies or fairy tales. But what does it really mean?
To me, true love means being accepted for who you are. Not perfect, but real. Someone who stays even when things aren't easy.
I love that. For me, it's when two people grow together, not just stay together. Like, love that survives changes.
That's beautiful. By the way, for our listeners, stay together means to continue a relationship without giving up when it gets hard.
Yes, that's a great phrase. And we also say grow together to mean both people become better versions of themselves because of love.
I think a lot of people forget that love isn't only about feelings, it's also about action. Small things like listening, supporting, forgiving.
Exactly. My parents have been married for 30 years, and my mom once told me, love is not always fireworks. Sometimes it's quiet care.
Wow, that's wise. I guess when we're young, we think love is always exciting, like butterflies every day.
Butterflies. That's a nice expression, by the way. It means the nervous, happy feeling you get when you see someone you like.
Right. But over time, real love becomes calmer, more like peace than fireworks.
I agree. So maybe true love is not about finding a perfect person, but learning to love an imperfect one perfectly.
That's such a great line, Anna. I think we're just getting started on this topic.
We are. So let's go a little deeper. How did we imagine love when we were younger, and what changed when we grew up?
Oh, that's going to be fun. And maybe a little embarrassing. Okay, Anna, let's be honest. When you were a teenager, what did you think true love looked like?
Oh no. Do I have to answer that? Honestly, I thought love was like in romantic movies. You meet someone, your eyes meet, music plays, and boom, that's it forever.
Yeah, I totally get that. I used to believe there was just one person out there, like a soulmate. If you missed them, that was it. Game over.
Right. The idea of a soulmate is so popular. For our listeners, a soulmate means someone who feels like your perfect match, the one made just for you.
But life teaches us something else, doesn't it?
It really does. You learn that love isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's someone who just shows up for you every day.
Yeah. I remember my first relationship. We were both so young. Everything felt so intense. We promised forever after 2 months.
2 months? That's adorable.
I know, right? But later I realized we didn't really know each other. We just loved the idea of love.
That's such a common thing. When we're young, we think love means never fighting or always feeling happy. But in real life, love sometimes means saying, hey, I'm upset, but I still care about you.
Exactly. One useful phrase for this is work it out. It means trying to solve a problem together instead of giving up.
Nice one. So true love isn't perfect harmony. It's two people who choose to work it out again and again.
I like that. Choosing love every day. It's not just something that happens, it's something you build.
Yeah. And it's funny how growing up changes what we believe. The older I get, the less I believe in fairy tales, but the more I believe in real, steady love.
Same here. Maybe true love isn't magic at all. Maybe it's maturity.
That's deep, Jake. But what about when people stop believing, when they get hurt or lose trust?
That's the hard part. sometimes love leaves scars that make people afraid to believe again.
Yeah. Let's talk about that next. The moments when we lose faith in love. So, Jake, have you ever had a moment when you stopped believing in love?
Yeah. I think everyone has, right? For me, it was after a breakup a few years ago. I really thought she was the one. But things fell apart slowly. Not because we stopped caring, but because we grew in different directions.
That sounds painful.
It was. You know that feeling when you're still in love, but the relationship doesn't work anymore? It's like holding sand. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away.
That's such a powerful image. And I think a lot of people listening can relate. Sometimes love ends quietly, not with a big fight, just a quiet distance.
Exactly. And after that, I kind of lost my belief in true love. I started thinking, maybe love always ends.
I've been there too. When my long-term boyfriend and I broke up, I felt empty. I told myself I'd never fall in love again. I just didn't want to get hurt anymore.
Yeah, we build walls to protect ourselves, but those walls also keep love out.
True. For our listeners, that's a useful expression. Put up walls means to protect yourself emotionally so no one can hurt you again.
Right. But at the same time, I learned something from that pain. I realized love isn't supposed to complete you. It's supposed to support you.
That's so wise. It's like when you stop expecting someone to fix you, you can finally love them honestly.
Exactly. And there's another phrase here, to let go. It means to stop holding on to something or someone that hurts you. It's hard, but necessary.
Yeah, I remember crying for days, but slowly I understood love didn't fail. It just taught me something I needed to learn.
That's the thing. Heartbreak can destroy you, or it can help you grow.
I like that. And maybe losing belief in love for a while isn't bad. It gives you time to rebuild, to understand yourself better.
Yes. And when you're ready, love can feel real again. Not the dreamy kind, but the peaceful kind.
Exactly. And maybe that's what keeps love alive. Not the big promises, but the small, real moments.
Small moments. That sounds like the next thing we should talk about.
Perfect. Let's move on to what really keeps love alive, the little things. You know, Jake, when people ask, what keeps love alive? They usually expect big answers like passion, surprises, or grand gestures. But I think it's the little things.
I totally agree. It's funny, right? We often think love needs something dramatic, like roses or expensive gifts. But actually, it's more about the simple, everyday things.
Yeah, like when someone makes you coffee just the way you like it, or sends you a text that says, get home safe.
Exactly. Those things sound small, but they say, I see you, I care. Once I dated someone who always left little notes in my lunch bag. Just small words like, you got this, or have a good day.
Aw, that's sweet. That kind of love feels real quiet, but deep.
It really is. And even though we're not together anymore, I still remember those moments more than any fancy date.
That's such a good point. For our listeners, there's a nice expression here. It's the thought that counts. It means what matters most is the kindness behind the action, not how big or fancy it is.
Yes, because love is built in the small, repeated acts of care, not the once-a-year Valentine's surprise, but the everyday attention.
Exactly. I once read a quote, love doesn't die because of distance or time. It dies when people stop paying attention.
That's true. When couples stop listening, stop noticing, stop saying thank you, that's when love fades.
Yeah, saying thank you is so simple but powerful. It's like watering a plant.
Ah, I like that image. Love as a plant. You can't just plant it and walk away. You have to water it, give it sunlight, protect it from storms.
Beautifully said. And sometimes storms come stress, work, misunderstandings. But when both people keep showing small kindness, love grows stronger.
That's a great phrase, weather the storm. It means to stay strong and get through difficult times together.
Perfect. So maybe true love isn't about finding the right person, it's about staying kind to the person you choose.
That's powerful, Anna. But I wonder, with all the modern changes, technology, dating apps, can people still experience that kind of love today?
Good question. Let's dive into that next. Modern love and whether true love still has a place in it.
So, Anna, what do you think? Can true love still exist in today's world of dating apps and social media?
That's tough. I think it can, but it's harder. Everything moves so fast now. People swipe, match, chat for a few days, and then poof, gone.
Yeah, ghosted. That's a good modern word for our listeners. To ghost someone means to suddenly stop talking to them without any explanation.
Exactly. It's become so normal that people forget love takes time. You can't build a real connection in just a few messages.
Totally. I think technology helps us meet more people, but it also makes relationships feel less deep. It's easy to replace someone with a new match.
Right. And social media doesn't help much either. We see all these perfect couples online, smiling every day. It makes us believe love should always look perfect.
Yeah, but real love is messy. There are days you argue, days you feel tired, days you don't even want to talk. And that's okay.
Exactly. That's what makes it human. One of my friends met her husband on a dating app, actually. But what made it work wasn't the app, it was how honest they were after meeting.
That's a great example. So maybe technology isn't the problem, it's how we use it.
Yes. And another useful phrase, open up. It means to share your real thoughts or feelings with someone. Without that, no app can help.
That's so true. When people open up and stop pretending to be perfect, love becomes real again.
I think deep down, everyone still wants true love. But we often protect ourselves with filters, short texts, or pretending not to care.
Yeah, we say we're busy, but maybe we're just afraid.
That's deep. Maybe true love today isn't about destiny, it's about courage. The courage to be real, patient, and honest.
I love that. And even in this fast digital world, that kind of love still shines.
So maybe true love never disappeared, it just looks different now.
Exactly. And that brings us to something important. How do we keep believing in love even after heartbreak or disappointment?
Yes. Let's end with that, finding hope again and moving forward. So, Jake, after everything, heartbreaks, lessons, changes, do you still believe in true love?
You know what? Yes, I do. Not in the fairy tale kind, but in the quiet, steady kind. The one that grows when two people keep showing up for each other.
I love that. I think I stopped believing for a while, but I've learned that love never really disappears. It just changes shape. Sometimes it's romantic, sometimes it's friendship, sometimes it's the love you give to yourself.
That's so true. Self-love is a big one. Before I could love anyone else, I had to learn to love myself, to forgive, to accept, to be patient.
Yeah. For our listeners, to move on means to accept what happened and just keep living your life. It's something we all have to do after loss.
Exactly. When we move on, it doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we choose peace over pain.
You know, Jake, one of my favorite quotes says, "Love doesn't always come when you expect it, but it always comes when you're ready to give it."
That's beautiful. I think when people stop chasing love and start becoming love, kind, patient, understanding, that's when true love finds them.
Wow, that's a great message. For everyone listening, maybe believing in love is really about believing in people, in their ability to change, grow, and care again.
Yeah. And even if you've been hurt before, remember pain doesn't mean the story is over. It just means you're still learning what love really is.
So true. Love is not something to fear, it's something to practice every day in small ways with others and with yourself.
Well said, Anna. I think we've both learned that love isn't magic, it's a daily choice.
And that's the most beautiful kind of love. Before we end, let's take a quiet moment to reflect. Today, we talked about what true love really means. Not perfect, not always easy, but real.
We remembered the dreams we had when we were young, the heartbreaks that changed us, and the small moments that keep love alive.
And we realized that even in today's fast world, love still exists. Maybe not in big words, but in everyday kindness.
Yeah, and if there's one thing to take away, it's this. Don't stop believing in love just because it once hurt you. Let it teach you. Let it make you softer, not colder.
Love is about connection, not perfection. And it begins with how we treat ourselves and others, with patience, respect, and care.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
And remember, your English, just like love, grows little by little every day.